Be patient with yourself when you're trying to undo the "in sweat and toil shalt thou earn thy bread, thou lowly piece of shit sinner." That program is very, very deep in many of us. It is better to have the program of work, work, join the military, work, get up at 5, go running, exercise, have a good habit, get in good habits. That's better than sloth, tamas, and the old gunas, the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Definitely better than sloth. Sloth is the lowest, where it's just greed and sloth. And so activity and even programming, good programs, are better than sloth. But the good programs do run you. I remember having a couple that lived next door to me and my wife. We had given cookies to everybody in the cul-de-sac in our townhouses. And this couple was of Germanic, white Protestant descent, and they couldn't rest. This was for Christmas, a time of supposed rest. They couldn't rest until they found who had given them the cookie tin so they could give them something back. Now that's honorable, reciprocating, being good neighbors, etc., but still that program runs you. So transmuting from sloth, that's the lowest form, keeping it simple, to activity, to being a good citizen, working hard type thing, in sweat and toil shalt thou earn thy bread, barely a step up, right? Punishment, sort of the poor donkey being beaten to haul the heavy load every day. And looking at the connection. But so be patient with yourself coming out of that, because those programs are very, very deep. The programs of being a good, hard worker. And don't worry, the universe will tell you, start being ready instead of letting sort of the cabal crowd, the evil crowd, run the bankers' hours. The bankers don't even show up to their banks ever. They used to show up for 2 hours, and then midday you could never get an appointment with them. Bankers don't even show up anymore. All the people that own banks, they own them from afar. They're off doing whatever they're doing, flying to Lolita Island and having sex orgies. Did I say that? That's wrong. I shouldn't be so negative. No. So people that, instead of giving the devil's crowd, if you will, or the cabal, the power of leisure and just letting their money enslave everybody, now it's time for millions of us to take our power back and to learn how to be still and know that I am God. The peace that passeth all understanding, So, but undoing this workaholic program is really tough because it has to do with the survival chakra and being a good person and all that. I mean, think of the programming. If people come over your house, it's 9 o'clock and you're still sleeping. People have a judgment on it unless you're on the night shift. Or you're a slothful drug addict, they think. There's still that huge program in the collective. So becoming like a true yogi, or like Yogananda or Osho or Sai Baba or Babaji or Jesus for that matter. Jesus didn't hold a job. The carpenter story is BS, by the way. That was the stepfather, Joseph, not his real father. It wasn't his, he was born, anyway. So be patient as you're undoing, moving from sloth. Then you won't be listening to this. You'll be buying cigarettes at the local convenience store and Diet Coca-Cola. Or programmed activity, which is a step up. Good, hardworking citizen, honorable person, keeps their contracts, handshakes. You don't commit unless you mean it type thing. Good stuff. But that can also become programming that runs you. So the next step into free energy, that's the place we're starting to knock on. Permanent vacation, free energy, money for nothing, chicks for free. I'm joking there, Money for nothing, men for free. Same for you women. It's a true artist's knock on it. Artists, they're a successful, finally knock on that door. All right. But see, the thing is, you have to carry the high consciousness. Then the universe gives back to you. When you carry high consciousness, then that's why with celebrities and stuff, it's twisted with celebrities, but the world wants to give to them. Like, once you have enough money, then you don't need to pay anywhere. It's kind of weird. But once you carry enough consciousness, the world, the universe around you takes care of you. And to undo this program is a deep freedom, a deep, real deep freedom. It's not, yeah, I've got my 10 million, I'm a miser, Mr. Burns, that type of thing, or I'm afraid of losing it. That's not freedom. And being in poverty, I'm a spiritual person, I don't touch the filthy lucre. That's not freedom. No. So, this is a huge program to undo, but free energy won't be on the planet till enough of us, enough of a 100th monkey syndrome, 1,000, 10,000 of us, maybe, I don't know, or 1,000, that have been able to step into free energy personally. Then it can start affecting the collective as well. Wasn't as clear as I wanted it, but I think I'll leave it up. Hope it makes some sense. Tamas, sloth, yeah, we don't want that. Good hard work, up at 5 a.m. working for the army or having a career or running your own business, much better. Running your own business, better than working for the army or corporate, Run your own thing. That's the final step into freedom usually for people. And then non-dependence on money, on the cabal money, Babylonian slave system, is possible. But when you change your energy, the world gives it to you. Yogananda has the highest pieces of real estate all in California. Most beautiful pieces of real estate. Osho had, money was a non-issue. Sai Baba built a dam for the Indian government. They couldn't get their shit together. He built an $800 million dam to help take care of thousands of villages in southern India. He spent $800 million doing it. Put that together himself. True master avatars, Jesus has no problem with money. He goes, yeah, go get the gold coin and the fish. Why the fish? You'd have to ask him. They work in mysterious ways. True mastery, spiritual mastery, involves material mastery, of course. There's no poor avatars. There's no poor masters. They have all the abundance of the universe at their fingertips. They don't hoard. They aren't in fear of losing it. This is a huge step. So be patient with yourself if you're starting to knock at this door. It's a huge step. All right. Much love. More later.